Kentucky Wildcat fans, what's going on out there in the world? What's happening? Welcome in to another Thursday night show, the Loyal BBN Fan Show. I am your host, Mike, and we are about to have a blast tonight. Let's do it. Coming off a very fun show from Tuesday night. Thank all you guys who did it. Uh, Tonight, we're just going to these are a few things we're going to talk about tonight in the show. We're going to talk about Malachi Moreno. Will he be Pope's first recruit of 2025? Koby Brea, his injury and limited load management so far this offseason. Vince Merrill, he's not happy about the preseason disrespect and UK's running backs dilemma. Demi, Sumo, Wilcox, and freshman Paterson and wild card backup quarterback Gavin Wimsatt will be bringing it up since the injury of Chip. So we're gonna just get right into this, man. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Thank all you guys for joining in. Trying to figure out who my first people is. I forgot to do that. Let's do it. I'm slipping. Let's have a blast tonight. Who's Earl gets my first YouTube. What's up? You got it going on. Shot glass, you just missed it for the first shout out. Jimmy England, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. We're gonna have a good time tonight. We're gonna just keep rolling from the Tuesday night show. We're gonna keep having fun. That's what we do here as a family. Come on in. Everybody's in. People's coming in. Travis Barnett, thank you. You get the first shout out from Facebook tonight. Thank you so much. Let's do it, guys. So, Sean's in the house. Thank you so much, Roy. I see you. Thank you so much. We're gonna get right into the show right after this.
Number one broadcast for all University of Kentucky sports, the Loyal BBN Fan Show, and it starts right now.
All right, guys, we back, man. I'm live. I'm excited. I got a little sleep today. Look, I went swimming today, and I got to take this glare off a little bit. I had to do it because my eyes. I went swimming today, and my eyes are just not good. That was not a very good idea for me to go swimming right before I went to sleep because my eyes, I can't hardly see most of the things. But if I'm squinting, you guys know that everything looks like a big cloud. So we're going to have fun tonight right here on the Loyal BBN Fan Show. That's what we do here each and every week. So what's going on, guys? How's everybody doing tonight, man? I'm ready, man. This is exciting time. Got a couple things to talk about. We're going to just jump right into this. First of all, if it's your first time, don't forget to like the video. Well, everybody like the video. If it's your first time, please let us know in the comments. Let us know that this is your first time watching. Let us know where you're watching from. If you got a birthday, anniversary, or anything that's going on, please let me know so I can give you a shout out. I see you. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate it. Absolutely. Let me get back over here and make sure I don't miss nobody. It's going pretty fast for me. Travis, I got you. Roy. So yeah, so we're gonna just jump right into this today, and we're gonna just kick it off right here with the I think right now the most pressing thing that we got going on is this right here, guys. We got to see what's Malachi Moreno. Will he be Pope's first recruit for 2025? You know what I mean? Will Pope be? Will we get the boom because we get our first recruit? Will he get that monkey off his back? Will he be able to? Will he be able to say, okay, you know what? I got somebody. Now let's see what happens after this. Sometimes you just got to get that first. Sometimes you just got to get that first person. That first victory. No matter how small or how big it is, you just got to get that. You just got to get that monkey off your back. And I'm looking forward to getting that boom yesterday. And I would actually be up for that. I don't think because I don't have to work the next day, so maybe I get some sleep throughout the day today. And I'll be able to stay up so later today I'll be able to be live when he actually announces where it's actually going. But a lot of people are pointing in the direction of that he's going to choose Kentucky over Indiana. But why would you choose Indiana over Kentucky in the first place? That's the first mistake. You don't want to do nothing like that. You don't want to do that. But I think it's going to be good right here for being able to get Malachi. I think my apologies. I can't remember if it was. I think it was JC. Who told me that this right here will be Pope's highest recruit ever that he's got. Because I know at BYU his highest recruit was Chandler. he brought him with him. But I think Malachi is actually higher than Chandler was. So this is huge, man. I really hope that that we're able to do that. Hank, I see you. I see you in the room. Linda, thanks for joining in. Larry, I see you too as well. Thanks to all you guys. Jimmy, thank you. So Nate, I'm sure we'll follow after that moment. Great. Once again, it just really takes that first. It really just takes that first recruit, man, to just get things rolling. And even as fans, sometimes we don't see things moving as fast as we want to do. And you can even see how people comment on certain things. Like, okay, I just need to see if he can get somebody. I need to see, right now is panic mode setting in, or is Pope just being Pope and he's just staying calm and still just understanding the assignment at Kentucky and says the right people who need to be at Kentucky will be here at Kentucky. And I really hope, nothing, we want to say, oh yeah, it's a slam dunk. There's no way he's going to choose Indiana over Kentucky or whatever. But for me, maybe I just need to be able to hear it with my own ears. Sometimes I just need to be able to, I just need to be able to just find. I need to be able to hear that next year I will be spending my time at the University of Kentucky. Boom. Then you could be like, okay, you know what, we're rolling now. So I'm really looking forward to getting this guy. He seems to be all as advertised. Hopefully, he won't be a one and done. So he'll stick around. He'll be able to play. He's not reclassifying, so he's going to be able to play with Garrison next year because this is Amari's last year. He only got 1 year here at Kentucky, so he'll be able to play behind Garrison or whatever, get in there and battle and and get his stuff going. So so once again, the ever who ends up at Kentucky, they'll be there because they belong there, and it's the right pieces, as nobody just pointed out as well too. The right people would be at Kentucky at the right time, and I think that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest thing right now is just getting the pieces that belong, that really want to be there. And once again, we can always fall back. We can always fall back to to NIL, but the NIL is going to be a really big deal, and people want to get paid. And I'm not coming to your school unless you pay me. Well, that's okay, because if that's the attitude that you got, then we don't want you on our team anyway. And that's across the board for any sport. If you only going to come and play for me only because of the money. Now, some kids, some young men, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to open up the bank for them. You got to go get them, and you got to pay them. But overall, not all kids, even though they may be good, you shouldn't be demanding too much. You haven't did anything yet. You can get to college and you could be a completely bust. And now here we are, we're locked into paying you all this money, and you're not even worth the money that we give you. So Pope's going to get the right people, the confidence. I never worry because I don't really, like I said, you guys know I don't necessarily keep up with recruiting at a really big pace like a lot of you guys do. But a lot of you guys feel really safe about this pick. You guys are really happy that this is about to happen, and we just looking forward to that. Boom. We don't know what time it's going to happen, but we're looking forward to the boom tomorrow if it's going to go. So, so that's really good. Hey, Jeff, see you in the house. Let's see, who else did I miss? Trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I don't like missing people if I possibly can. William, Gerald, I see you from Pikesville. Thank you so much for joining in. Jeff, got you. Who else I got? Make sure I don't forget nobody. I like to make sure that I include everybody. I got Linda, nobody. So, yeah, so we're just having a good time tonight, and we're just really hoping and looking forward to this first boom from Coach Pfluger indicating that something big is about to happen here at Kentucky, and hopefully that's the signing and the commitment of Malachi Moreno. That is going to be that's going to be a good pickup for Pope in his first one. It's no telling what could happen after that. It's no telling who he's texting with and who he's talking to. That Big Z coming back to. I'm hearing that Big Z coming back to Kentucky. Oh, I didn't hear that. That is something that I didn't hear at all. So that's this is for Travis. So that's new for me if that's the case. I just know that that he's not gonna get to shoot the three out there, but whatever. Yes, nobody. I wanted him. So my question is, Jasper needs to get off the bag. Pope can get the other 4-star players just as good as Jasper that want to work Kentucky across the chest. I believe that too. Like I said, I'm not 100% sold on Jasper. Jasper wants a lot of money. He wants to go to Alabama and play for the Crimson Tide in basketball. Don't know why you would ever choose Alabama over Kentucky. That's already a red flag to me because that's the money bag thing. And then look, this is no disrespect to any of these recruits whatsoever. I'm not throwing shade on them. I wish every last one of those guys the very best. If he wants to go to Alabama Alabama and play basketball, by all means, young man, go to Alabama and play. You won't. But you can't say that Pope didn't put in the effort. You can't say that Kentucky didn't want you here at the program. You can't say any of that. So once we just run Alabama in the ground in basketball, then you had a chance to be a part of something special, and you chose not to do it. So my energy goes strictly on those who say, "I want to be at Kentucky. I want to wear the jersey." And yeah, they're gonna get some money on the side, but overall, I want to be at Kentucky, and I want to wear the jersey, and I want to play for Coach Pope and start his true era off here at Kentucky as being his first recruit in something very special. And that's what I can respect about Malachi. He said, I'm not going to worry about what everybody else is doing. I'm going to do my own thing, and I'm going to Kentucky. Hopefully, I'm going to Kentucky so I can start something special up under Coach Pope. So I believe right now, difference between UConn and Kentucky basketball recruiters. I don't really keep up with UConn's recruiters, so I'm not really sure too much about UConn recruiters. I really don't. The experience, I guess Cal likes elbow jumpers. The experience. Hey, Charlie White, thanks. Hey, Charles, thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate it. Hey, guys, I forgot to give a shout out to Mike 𝐻𝐿. He actually, I got an email the other day, and he actually put this shirt together for me right here. So this is a new shirt that I just got. I'll pull it to the side. Um, it's actually supposed to have the white lines outlining it, but for some reason the print shop here was not able to put the white lines. And if they would have put the white lines around all of this right here, it would have been really a very cheap shirt. So, but this is I just want to give a shout out to Mike 𝐻𝐿 for actually sending me this. Loyal BBN fan show, all things UK sports. So I like it. I really like it. I'm disappointed that I couldn't get the lines around it because it's going to be really nice. So when I get home, I'll be able to find me somebody that can actually make a T-shirt with the white lines around the gray letters. But it looks like that it's only really going to be a shirt for blue, not really. And the guy told me that if he does white, it wouldn't really look all that good or whatever. So right now it's looking like it's just this right here is actually made particularly for a blue shirt, unless somebody out there knows how to do that different. But yeah, but I don't think Malachi is going to be. I don't think Malachi is going to be a one and done. That's not a bad thing. He shouldn't be concerned about that. He should just come in here and just get. I want to get black. I don't know how the gray would actually look on the black though. I know everything else will probably come out okay. But like I said, once I get home and I can really get with somebody that can really make T-shirts over here, that can really make T-shirts and really put things together, then I really be able to explore a lot more. But over here, I'm just kind of just getting things made, just because I have it at my right here, so I can get it made right now, so I can wear it. But anyway, so thanks, Mike 𝐻𝐿, for that. I appreciate it very much. And he said it was funny because when he sent it to me, I didn't know who it was, but when he sent it to me, it had a Nike shirt on it, but it didn't have his name on the email. And I'm like, but I'm sorry, thank you so much. I said, but I said, I'm not affiliated with Nike. He said, oh, I know you're not. So, but he's a fan of the show and he made it for me. So I definitely want to give him a shout out for real. But hey, Clyde, I see you come in right now. Thanks so much for joining. Guys, if it's your first time, man, please let me know. And guys, also don't forget to hit that like button. It really makes a big difference for the show as well, too. So once again, everyone waiting tomorrow. I think everybody's going to bed tonight. Happy, feeling a little nervous, but excited, anxious, just to see if Moreno is going to go ahead and close the deal and go ahead and commit to Kentucky tomorrow. And if I'm correct, if somebody can correct me, I think he's doing it tomorrow. Yeah, I wish. Step. Hey, Hank, thank you so much, man. You guys got some pretty cool things to say, and I definitely appreciate it. So, if I'm correct, I think he's committing tomorrow at 11. I'm not sure if it's 11 Central or 11 Eastern. So, if anybody knows that correct time, please let me know that time, and I would greatly appreciate that information so I can put it across the board. So, if someone who doesn't know, then they will know exactly what time that is coming. So, we just got to Royal Loyal Press Box raffles for tickets. Man, that's the 11 Eastern. There you go, nobody. Thank you so much. Absolutely, 11 at his high school in Kentucky. All right, so see, all thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Rob Alvin. Robert Atwell, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. He puts up on the question, and let's see what you guys think too as well. Um, He put, would you rather have one and dones or two and throughs and two through threes and fleas and four out of the doors? Okay, you know what? That's a little bit too much for me right now. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still getting myself together. So let me know. I'm gonna give you a riddle, so my mind so my mindset can get right for that. But thanks, Robin. I appreciate that. If anybody want to take a stab at that, sure. Mama, I can help you with your t-shirts. Okay, Harold. So I'm always open for the help. I always appreciate it very much. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot to me. But Robert, make sure you give me a heads up that you're gonna give me a riddle next time, okay? So I can get my tongue and stuff ready. All the above, whatever Pope wants. Um, I think for uh, I think Pope is just going to get the right people here at Kentucky, and I think as a fan base, we just got to be patient. We're so used to the other coach always just being able to bring in the superstars fast, one after one, one after another, and now we're in a different era with a different system. So I think we all just need to breathe a little bit, just take a real deep breath, and just be able to just relax and let Pope do what he do. And we'll see how everything unfolds at the end of the day. But I really think it's probably only two, one and does, and twos and threes and fours. So Jimmy, see somebody out there took a stab at it. So that's good. Look, I'm happy to be here with you guys tonight, man. This is a lot of fun. I've been, I went make sure that I got some sleep after I went swimming, and my eyes, everything looks really hazy right now. So I put some drops in it. Hopefully that works. If I look sleepy, that's just because my eyes they're hurting, and I can't wait to see the Razorbacks come to Rupp. That's going to be fun, William. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. That's going to be an epic game at Kentucky. That's going to be fun too. Um, all these talking heads looking at the classes and Pope's now one postseason, blah blah blah, and forget the best coaching staff in college basketball. We're gonna have a good time, man. Look. Kentucky's going to be okay. And I'm very sure that I'm very confident when I go to bed at night. I don't worry about what Kentucky's going to look like, what Kentucky's going to do out on the floor. I feel like at the end of the day, talked to two players, told them, "You are Kentucky players." Well, maybe Reed. Maybe I'm Reed. I called Travis. I called you Reed. Travis. Maybe he talked to Malachi, and Malachi said, "You know what? I think Shepard's a pretty good guy. I think he got. I think Shepard has I think he has a little street cred. So because of that, Malachi said, you know what? Let's don't put this off no more. Let's just do it so I can get on with. And for me, I think I would want to get it over with as a high school player, so I could just go and just concentrate on my senior year and just be the best I can, getting stronger, working out, make sure I'm the best on the floor. And so for me, I think I would want to get it out of the way. I mean, we're talking about Kentucky basketball. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about Kentucky basketball. What else is it to really talk about? So we'll seek on it. Wish Cal luck. Let's see. He's always. Oh, absolutely. I'm with Paul. He said I'm always going to be, and the brotherhood is just going to continue to get stronger and stronger and stronger as guys come and guys go to the NBA. It's just going to keep growing, and that's the joy of the brotherhood of playing at Kentucky. It's nothing out there like it. It's just nothing out there like Kentucky, and everything can't even he spoke those words just to say, look, good luck, but I'm a cat. And at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters. So absolutely. So we're standing by waiting to see what's going to happen with Moreno and see if he's actually going to be a cat next year. So all fingers are crossed and like stuff like that. So I was going to go back to back basketball topics, but I'm going to switch it over to football and this is where you guys come in and you guys give me your thoughts on this right here. If you haven't heard right now, if you haven't seen, that would be awesome to get to see, but I don't see that. Yeah, I haven't heard anything like that. I'm not really sure. I know Travis brought it up. I'm not saying he doesn't know what he's talking about because he knows 100% better than what I know. That's for sure. But definitely, I haven't heard anything like that. And I think if that was something that was legit news, I think more people would be talking about it. But then again, it's a lot of things going on while I'm sleeping that I don't hear about. So this is for you guys right here, and you guys tell me after we discuss it a little bit if you guys think that that he has a valid excuse. So we're going to switch over to football a little bit. People. Vince Marrow not happy about the preseason disrespect. Does Vince Marrow has the right to be? Does he have the right to be upset about the preseason disrespect for Kentucky football? Look, here's my thing. We all know Vince Marrow's a big dog. We all know that, and he's already cemented his place in Kentucky history. We already know that he's one of the best recruiters in college football. He does his thing. But here's my thing right here with Kentucky football. Like the last 2 seasons, you ain't really did a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? The last 2 seasons, Kentucky ain't really did a whole lot. So why should we be any higher than what we is? Let's go out and do something special. Let's go out and do something special in football and consistently, so people can so we can get that respect. But we can't get that respect. We didn't win the bowl game last year. We only won seven games last year, I think it was. So it ain't like we did something special last year. We just lost our running back. Well, we just lost our running back one, which we'll talk about here in a little bit too as well. We just lost him, for a couple of weeks. So are we where we supposed to be at right now, or do we deserve? I mean, we got a quarterback who could possibly be up and down, up and down. Do we have a legit complaint about we should be in top 25 this year, right now in the early preseason? So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this is a valid. Like I said, I'm not sitting here contesting Coach Marrow and says he don't know what he's talking about because he's the big dog. Absolutely, he's the big dog. So I don't really. Dorman, I see you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Thank you. They should ignore the noise and just do their talking on the field. Action speaks louder than the words. I agree with you 100%, Hanks. I agree with you 100%. If you want people to respect you, don't worry about them polls. Don't worry about what they say. Well, Kentucky only got 3 or 4 votes to be in the top 25. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. We worry about that by going out on the football field and taking care of business. We go out there and gain some respect by beating South Carolina in week 2. That's how you get some respect. You get some respect by going on the road and winning a tough road game in the SEC. That's how you get some respect right there. You want some respect? You got to earn it, dude. Like, you got to earn it. And I like Vince. So this is no knock on Vince. He can just take his wallet and slap me and I'll fall over. But at the end of the day, if you want something, you got to go out on the field and earn it. Nothing's given. And I even feel that way even about the basketball team. And I don't want to get into basketball right now, but I feel the same way about basketball. The disrespect is there. But if you want to show people that you can play basketball, then just go win ball games. That's how you shut people up. That's how you shut critics up, is just go out there and just play basketball or football or whatever you're doing and you win. There's nothing that they can say. They got to eventually give you some respect, but you got to earn it and you got to be consistent as far as what you're doing out there. You can't just be out there just losing games you shouldn't be losing, going on the road, can't get a road win in a hostile environment. These are the kind of things that if you want respect, you just got to go earn it. And I believe it. Beat the teams we should. Vince is Oh, Vince is the man. I have no ill will, no nothing against it. But when I saw the headlines, I was thinking to myself, I don't really agree with this particularly. Only because I think we have to go out on the field. But there's no disrespect to I'm to Vince whatsoever, and he's not going to see this. But still, I love Vince. Vince is the man. He can just stay at Kentucky, keep doing what he's doing. We love him and everything. Um, but at the end of the day, we just got to go out there and win ball games. Travis says, Mike, how do you feel about the 2-year probation from 2021? It could have been worse. I think the coaches being cleared, I think that was a blessing. Because if they would have said that the coaches knew, it could have been a lot worse. It could have messed with our recruiting. It could have messed with our, we could still go to the bowl games. Could the players pay back the money and then have it lifted? I don't really know. But at the end of the day, I think that I think we got a slap on the hand considering. Um, Lady, good to see you again. Thank you so much, King Critical. Thank you so much for joining in. But at the end of the day, I think it could have been a lot worse. And I think not holding the coaches responsible or not saying that the coaches was not aware of it. They gave us somewhat, I guess, of a free get out of jail card in a sense, because how can you go out and recruit players, especially if you're going to tell them, well, come to Kentucky, but I don't care if we win 9 games, 10 games, we're not going to a bowl game. So to me, at the end of the day, to me, that's the biggest thing right there is still being able to go to the bowl game. Because that was the first thing that I asked when I seen it, when I heard about it. The first question I asked them is, are we banned from the bowl? No, we're not banned from the bowl. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's just weather the storm then. Let's just say that we got a good smack on the hand. Um, so, at the end of the day, Kentucky football has got to go out and just prove. Good question, Travis. I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, Vince, we just got to go out. Uh, hey, happy early birthday to you, Dorman Oaks, tomorrow for your birthday. And I hope that you get a gift for a UK commit. That would be a very, very, very good uh, a gift to get. And you can say that you got on your birthday that you was on that day. Coach Pope got his first 2025 high power recruit. Absolutely. So um, that's a good birthday to have. Hopefully we can make that happen. But anyway, Kentucky football, if you want some respect, you got to go out and earn it. You just do. And they can put us where they want to put us and not put us in the poll. But if you want to be in the poll, how do you get in the poll? Win ball games and win as many as you can. Hang with Georgia. Don't let Georgia just, you want some respect? Don't let Georgia blow you out. Don't get blown out at home by Georgia. Don't let Georgia come in and hang up 50 points on you. Don't do that. Don't. So go on the road and give Ole Miss all they want. Give Ole Miss run down to the end of the clock. Make them feel like they're gonna lose the ball game with one mistake. That's how you get respect. People need to come out and say, you know what, Kentucky didn't win that ball game, but Kentucky's better than we thought they was. Kentucky was tough. Kentucky, if you would have went this way a little bit or that way a little bit, Kentucky could have won that ball game. And I think that's the biggest key right now is, can we go out on the field and can we show or can we prove that we want to have a number beside our name at the end of the day in the polls, and you go out and you do that by winning some ball games, and you got to make some noise in the SEC. You can't just get pushed over. Okay, so we got a quarterback who hasn't played any snaps. We got a running back who's hurt now. We got guys who got to step up. All this is just next man up. All this is just got to happen, and we got to make it. I understand Vince's aggravation, but my 8th grade football team was disrespected, and we went undefeated and won the state. We used that as fuel, and our coach reminded us of their game. And I really hope that that's what it is. Maybe, maybe this is a blessing in disguise that, I'm saying, that he vented his frustration, and maybe that will rub off over to the guys to being, hey guys, look how we got disrespected. Look how they ain't giving us no love. Look how they're not giving us no shot at being anything. So use this for fuel. That's actually a really good way to look at it right there. Maybe this is really all this is that, hey, we're gonna use this for fuel and we're gonna go out and we're gonna play hard-nosed football here at Kentucky, and we're gonna win a couple of games that people said we cannot win, and we're gonna get the respect. But definitely underdog teams do the best. Well, that's exactly what we need this year. We need some underdog guys that's gonna go out here and just gonna pound and get the job done on the football field and get the respect deserved. Because this right here could be a really good football year. Yeah, we got a quarterback that we don't know that's never really played. He was a high power 5 star quarterback coming out of high school a few years ago. Still ain't really got a lot of snaps. Running back hurt. People going to have to step up. Quarterback is going to have to get some, he's going to go out there and get hit one time. I hope the first game, first play, Vanderbilt just gets hit in the mouth as hard as possible. After that, get up and then let's play football. Let's do it. After that, you already got hit, dog, so you already know how it feels to get hit hard. After that, hey, man, now let's play ball. All we got to do now, relax, play ball. You got that off your shoulders. You got smacked in the head real hard. Now let's play football, for real. We have to go perfectly. No, I love this team, but 9-3 is a stretch. Now, somebody said 9-3 is a stretch. And I think, so is if we go 8-4 in football, is that an acceptable, or is that a season that people can be like, okay, we're good. You know what I'm saying? We good. Get it out of the way. Yeah, get it out of the way. Go ahead and get hit in the face. Go ahead and let somebody just smack you from the blind side. Yep. And this Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss are guaranteed losses. So are you saying that we got a chance to go to Tennessee and beat Tennessee? Is that what you're saying, King Critical? I don't think a lot of fans would be paid for. Would be fantastic. A lot of fans would take that to go down to Tennessee and win at Neyland Stadium. Nobody would be disappointed about that. Once again, this is exactly what I'm saying. Kentucky football has got to go on the road this year and get a win that no one said that they can win the ball game. We got to go on the road and we got to figure this out and we got to get this done. So once again, maybe this is exactly what Vince is doing. Is just using this for fuel, and I hope that's what it is. Because as someone pointed out, Stoops underdog teams always do the best. Travis, very optimistic, my friend. Okay, my friend. Okay. What up, family? Hey, Mike. Sorry I'm late. Rick, thanks for the show. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I hope I haven't really missed anybody who jumped in here. But 9-10-2. Ugh. Okay. I want to be optimistic and everything, but okay. 10-2. 10-2. That's all I can say. 10-2. 9-3 would make the playoffs with the right losses. 9-3. If you went 9-3, that means that you lose to Ole Miss, Texas, and Georgia. Then you win the rest of your ball games. That's not bad. Beating Tennessee, Florida, Auburn, all in the same year, we can do that. But losses to Georgia, Texas, and Ole Miss could possibly get us there. It's a tall hill to climb. But for some reason, and I don't know why, but for some reason, I just feel like Kentucky's going to go to Ole Miss and do better than what people think they're going to do. I don't know why I'm looking at that like that. Maybe we might go down to Ole Miss and lose by 60 points. I don't know. But for some reason, I just feel like come on, man. Let's be real. I just feel like Kentucky's going to go to Ole Miss and play Ole Miss a lot better than people think we will. So if we can have a run game, if we can have a solid run game and make them respect that, get our receivers to make sure that those guys are catching the ball, get some yards after that, make sure our D line is holding up and not just giving up a lot of rushing yards. I think we got a shot, man. You know what I'm saying? We can go down to Tennessee and win. I'm okay with that. I don't have an issue. I don't think nobody have an issue with that. Go to Neyland and beat them at night. That's going to be tough. But they got a young quarterback. Can we get him rattled? I saw him in the bowl game. Of course, it was a bowl game, and that was just really the first time out there. So, but I saw him get rattled a whole lot, even though he did score 4 or 5 touchdowns with his feet, I think it was. But at the end of the day, I really think that we can go on the road. I really think that we can go on the road and actually get some wins, man. And I really hope, for some reason, I'm holding out hope that we can go to Ole Miss and we can beat those guys on that field. I think Kentucky has one of the best defenses in the country. And William, you say that, and I'm with you on that. And we lost a few guys from the line that's probably not going to be back for a while from the D line or whatever. And the next man up. Oh man, dude, why is people not getting more excited about Kentucky football? Are people reserved to see what's going to happen first before they actually start getting excited? I mean, do we need to go out and my thing is this. When I look at this football team this year, I'm going to tell you straight up, we better not come out in our first ball game and barely win the ball game and let them guys stick around. I mean, I don't want to. I understand we got to go out and we got to work out some kinks and we got to make sure things are running. We got looking at a different defense, another offense, and I get all that right there. But if you're Kentucky football and you're complaining or you're upset that we're not in the top 25 and you go out and you let Southern Miss or whoever that is, you let Southern Miss stay in the ball game into the fourth quarter, and then we got to find a way to pull away. It makes me hold my breath a little bit. We need to come out and we need to dominate from the first snap of the ball game and set the precedent that this is how this ball game is about to go. We're about to show you, and this is what we're about to do. Come out in that first ball game and just go off. I need to see that as a player. I mean, as a player. I wish I was a player. I need to see that as a fan. Come out that first ball game and just completely just let it all go. Now, do you open up the playbook against those guys? No. You ain't got to open up the playbook, but you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to open up the playbook in the first ball game. But I think you need to try some things out to see how it's going to work. And I think we need to see how our O line's going to do. How's our D line going to do? Are we going to be aggressive right out the box or what? It's just so many questions that I think so many people have. And I think that first game of the season, show us what you plan to do for 2024, and we can get behind it. But don't come out there and start playing relaxed defense. Don't go out there and start wanting to play a zone defense the whole ball game. We got to do better. This year's we got to do better from game number one. This game right here, I agree with you, Mark Earl. Thanks for joining too. We got to win this game big, man, and we got to win early. And this game, we need to have this game put away by the end of the third quarter. This game needs to be so far out of reach that our starters are going to come out. Start icing, start healing, getting our young guys in and getting them some reps and getting ready for South Carolina. That's, to me, you want my support, that's what's got to happen in week one. We ain't ducking nobody. We a heavyweight. Hey, Clint, thanks for joining in. Appreciate you. I think this would be a Stoops' best team he's had in a long time. Tell you what, I hope we come out, and for a couple of years in the past, we've had some first games of the year. It was like, oh my goodness, dude, like what's happening? Like how do we why aren't we beating this team worse than what we are? So we definitely got to come out in week one and we got to show our dominance. We got to show our SEC dominance, and we got to go out and we definitely got to play ball. If Brock exceeds expectations, we go 8-4, maybe 8-3 if the stars align. Some of the reports is that he's. One day he looks like he's going to be a great NFL quarterback, and then some days he looks like, it's all right. He's just average. So I'm trying to be patient with that. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. You don't go to Georgia if you're not a good quarterback. They're not going to waste their time or a scholarship on you. They're only going to bring in the guys that can play and guys that can come in as backup. He didn't get that opportunity. So let's see at Kentucky. Let's see if the stage is too big for him, and let's see if he can handle the pressure comes along with being QB1. Nas says, I never count us out of any game. Obviously, there are always odds, but we always got a chance. Every single game, Kentucky has a chance in a sense. It just depends on what Kentucky team shows up. That's all. And at the end of the day, honestly, that's with any team. And I don't want to be just a guy who just thinks that Kentucky just has the best chances of everything all the time. I try to be optimistic as well too. But this is with any team, any given time. That's why you line up. That's why you kick the ball off, and that's why who's going to be the better team this day on this day. Who was that? Who was it? Alcorn? Or who was that? Who actually knocked off Michigan? Was it last year or year before? They're not better than Michigan, but on that one day, they was better than Michigan, and that's exactly how things happen. You just got to come out. You got to believe that you can actually win football games. And I think that's what Kentucky needs to do for sure, is come out that they can show that they can actually play football from day one. So I hope that Vince Marrow uses his being upset as being a fuel for the guys in the locker room. We call it locker room material, reading material. Touch it before you go out the door. You see it. Everyone sees it. And let's go out and let's get on the same page and win this first game extremely convincible. Not like, it's okay. Because we need to beat South Carolina. And I agree with Robert. South Carolina, second game of the year, is pivotal. For me, if we lose to South Carolina, my fear is people start checking out. Because South Carolina's not going to be good this year. If we lose to those guys in week 2, people's mindset about football might be a little distorted then after that. And people might be like, you know what? Okay, it is what it is. Let's just, if we can't beat South Carolina at home, then how are we going to go to Ole Miss? How are we going to go to Tennessee? How are we going to go to Florida? How are we going to go to Texas and win any of these ball games if we can't even find a way to beat South Carolina at home? I love my Wildcats, but I'm more excited to let it all hang out. Stoops has got to let it loose in the SEC. Stoops has got to let these guys coach, man. He's got to let the OC go out there and be the OC. That's what you brought me here for, man. Like, don't bring me somewhere and you're not going to allow me to do my skills. That's like bringing somebody in to build a house, but then you don't want them to build a house the way they know to build a house. You want to interrupt them. Well, you build a house then. This is what you brought me in for. So hopefully Coach Stoops in this year, hopefully he realizes that, hey, I'm on the hot seat a little bit. I know fans are not happy with me, so let me just try something different and let my offensive coordinator be able to be able to do that. Now he gets 3 to 4 weeks back for SEC, probably definitely Georgia. So so hopefully Chip won't be out past. I would like to see him back against South Carolina to get some snaps and get hit a couple of times. Just to get hit, just to get physical, blah, 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 somebody that's not Kentucky. But we need him back for Georgia if we have any opportunity, any chance to win in that ball game, or at least making it a considerable close game, if possible. You don't bring a running back over from Ohio State and tell him that he can't play against Georgia, the number 1 team in the nation. Kids, they live for that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Wrap this up, Coach. I'm playing. Wrap it up. And so hopefully at the end of the day, I really hope that we give ourselves a chance to be healthy going into that Georgia game and just hang around. Can we just hang around? And it's not the craziest thing in the world for teams to hang around with Georgia. Vandy hung around with Georgia for a while. It's just at the end of the day, man, it's just about going out there and just believing that you have a shot to maybe do something special and believe that for the whole ball game. And if you do that, we'll see what happens. And trust me, as fans, if we see our team go out and get beat, but we gave it everything we absolutely got, we can live with that. Every other team in the nation lives with losing to Georgia. It's not, it's not the worst thing in the world. But can we go out and it's when we go out and when they put up 55 points on us and we don't score at all, then that's when we get disturbed. Then that's when we have problems as fans. But we just got to be focused and just see what these guys can actually do for sure. If we get 6 losses, things would have gone very wrong. That shouldn't be the expected outcome. Absolutely not. So, we just gotta just see how this goes and see if the momentum starting with week 1 can just continue to build and beating South Carolina, and then let's just see if we can find a way to go into the Georgia game healthy as possible and at home. It's going to be at night. No, I think no. Are we at night against Georgia? Or are we actually in the daytime against Georgia? Because I know we only got like one noon game. I can't remember who it's against. Yeah. My fault. I know it was a team with an A. I had the A right. I knew it was somebody to start with an A. But yeah, you're right. Appalachian State. Who in the world? Nobody in their right mind, would tell anybody that Appalachian State is better than Michigan. No way. And the nation was stunned. People are still making fun of Michigan over that loss. Still making fun of them. Like I said, it's easy to look at Georgia and say we got an L, but I want to see what team shows up. I want to see how competitive we are. That makes a big difference in how fans perceive you as a team. Did you just quit? Did you just lay down? Was it because it was Georgia and you said, you know what? Let's just play a little football and we get out of here and we'll go play somebody else. No. Show me that you want to win the football game. Show me. You can lose by 21 points. Just show me that you want to stay on the field and show me that you want to be competitive the whole ball game as much as possible. And you do that, so we got to do that when Georgia pulls up. Tell them, no, we'll win. For real, we got that. I mean, confront them at the middle of the field. Meet them at the middle of the field and just show them that we're not backing down. We're coming to play football. For real, it means it'll be fresher than the other getting banged up game time. So, it's a lot of things that go into play, but definitely I think as football continues to get closer and closer and closer. Football season is coming, guys, and I'm so pumped up about it as well too. So that was about Vincent. Georgia worries about UK every year. Could be. I mean, we gotta see. I'm just hoping with discipline on both sides of the ball. Nothing I hate more than losing costs. And Hank, that's the biggest thing right there, Hank. You nailed it, bro. You cannot against a team like Georgia. You can't go on the road against Ole Miss. You can't go on the road against Tennessee or any of those guys and have a game where you just have because of stupid penalties. Like you just can't do that. And if you can eliminate that, eliminate the penalties as much as possible. Give yourself a valuable, a good chance to go out here and 7:30 at home. Okay, under the lights. Come on, you don't think the crowd's gonna be crazy about that game at night, 7:30 against Georgia? Look, no, man, for real. But anyway, just give yourself a chance. Don't hurt yourself by getting these dumb penalties. Georgia don't need no help. Don't give Georgia 15 yards free. Make them earn it. Make them earn them 15 yards. Don't give them 5, 10 yards. Don't do that. Pass interference down the field. Don't give Georgia any of that. Make Georgia earn everything they got because Georgia would take it. And if you want to give Georgia an extra 90 yards free yards a ball game, Georgia will make you hurt. They will make you pay for that. Period. Forrest Scott Woodward. The drops should stop being so frequent. So, hey, the receivers got to catch the ball. That's for sure. Hadman said today that Draymond is out indefinitely. Don't shoot the messenger if you don't like the message. So, that indefinite could. That could be. That can be anything. If we're just being honest. So, it's a broken hand. He's already out now. If you think about it, he's out now. The season doesn't start until the 1st. He's out 2 games, maybe against South Carolina as well too. So that's almost 5 weeks right there. If I'm doing my math right, that's almost 5 weeks that he's out. His hand should be okay by then. His hand should be healing. His hand should be able to put a cast or something on it, and you should be able to run the football. So sometimes you just got to be optimistic, and you just got to say, let's just see what happens for real. So going back over to basketball a little bit, and I know football is the most dominant thing that's going on right now. Koby Brea. I hope I spelled that right. I think I forgot. I think I should have put a Y in that. So my fault if I didn't spell that right. I think he goes by a Y. Doesn't Kobe put a Y in his name? Yeah, I think Kobe puts a Brea. But anyway, so he's been hurt, and he hasn't really seen a lot of he hasn't seen like a lot of playing time in practice, and he's been sitting out a lot as well too. Um, what's that? Hold on, guys. Okay. A lot of he hasn't been practicing a whole lot this offseason because he's still healing from an injury that he actually had in Dayton. So he's still healing. That's the reason why that he hasn't been practicing a lot. That's why we haven't really seen a whole lot of him as well in film and stuff like that. So he's recovering, and I'm okay with that too as well too. Getting here late, but we gotta be South Carolina and Vanderbilt. Hey Tim Lawson, thanks for joining in. I see you as well. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. So we just touched on a little football here, and yes, one of the things we did talk about, Tim, is that beating South Carolina is not something that we should consider, but something that is an absolute must that we do this year is beat those guys. So Koby Brea has not been practicing. I think he had some. I think it was some shin issues. I think it was. Um, Opens up 1 second. Uh, hey guys, just so you guys know, please, if you will, hit that like button for me, please. It makes a big difference for me. Um, yeah, I got to go back. Let me go back and do this right here. Sorry about that, guys. That's my apology. When you only got one eye, sometimes sometimes you don't see what you're doing. But um, he's been hurt because of his an injury that he actually suffered at Dayton. And that's why he backed out of the draft too as well. Was because of that as well. So I'm trying to figure out what was his. He had a fractured tibia, so I think he actually had um, did he has a rod? He had a rod put in for was it both lower legs? Wow. Okay. So he was hurt. So now we got to see what happens. We got to see what Kobe's Brea's health is going to be like going into the season. For sure, he is fine. Yeah, like I said, he's just getting necessary rest, and I'm okay with that because I don't, this is his last year. Um, it's not like he's a freshman, so he can be like, well, I still got time to heal, and I can still go pro and all this kind of stuff. I think he wants to be on the floor, and he's by keeping him out, managing his minutes, managing how much he's on his legs and stuff like that. It's still plenty of time for him to, what I'm saying, for him to get out there. He's older, so he'll get back into basketball shape. No, this year he had not this. No, he didn't have it this year. He had it. Actually, I think he had it. He had it at Dayton though, right before he got here, and that's why he pulled out of the draft or whatever. Not this year. He had that surgery, but he's still healing. He's still doing his thing, and because of that, that's why we haven't really seen a whole lot of him, a whole lot of videos. And even before I heard this right here, even before I heard about as far as what was going on, I always wondered. We don't see a lot of him in videos, shooting, practicing, running up down the court, and that's why right there. So I'm glad that they was transparent with the fan base, able to let he came out with an interview and he just put it all out there. Is that the load management is being taken place right now, and that's why you don't see a lot of me, and I think that's good. But also, with him being such a powerful free 3-point shooter like he is, we got somebody on the team called Travis Perry, and Travis Perry is shooting the basketball right now. So if this right here could be an opportunity, sometimes a door opens really small and allows somebody to just kind of, can I just get in there? And maybe with this injury with Kobe, maybe this is the chance for maybe maybe this is the opportunity for Travis to say, okay, Koby's our number one 3-point shooter, but look at me. I'm not bad. I'm a pretty good guy myself. So maybe, maybe this right here is an opportunity for Travis to work his way into more minutes just to take some of the pressure off of Koby and his legs because it's a long year. And if you got somebody like Travis that can come in and give you the same production that Koby's giving you, that's a no-brainer for me. You know what I'm saying? That's a no. I mean, that's a no-brainer for me. So you can still manage his minutes, and you can still get Perry in there, and you can still hit your 3-pointers. But let's see what happens. But I'm actually glad that I for one, I'm glad that I know exactly 6 weeks because his ankle. See, that ain't really. I have to go back and read the thing again, but I didn't see anything. And I feel better now. I didn't see the issue with the ankle, so I got to go back and actually. I actually got to go back and actually read that. But that's some good information, Travis. And I'll go back and see if I can find that as well too. But I'm just glad that that we as a fan base we know what's going on with him. We don't have to. It's not a big mystery of what's happening. In the previous of we're gonna keep it on a hush, whatever. But hopefully he can get better. He can continue to get better every day. And when the season starts, he's locked in and he's ready to go. Which that was Cal's fault. So, you know what I'm saying. So if he gets better, we still got Travis Perry, and that's no knock on Perry because people who's watched Perry play, and we're seeing it now of what he's doing. We're seeing him now as far as what he's doing, and Perry's gonna make an impact in year one. You can't leave a shooter like that on the bench, man. You just can't. You can't. And the only caveat to that is, can Travis Perry play defense? Can he get it? Can he stay on the floor because he's playing solid defense? And if he can do that, then I think we got a chance. We got a chance to be able to be really good because we got that good backup for Brea when it comes to shooting that three for sure. Brea had been playing through pain, and he learned after that season that he had stress fractures in both his legs. So he chose a non-surgical route with necessitates lots of rest and basically erased any kind of off-season preparation July the 30th, 2024. July the 30th. Okay, thank you so much for that. That's some good information. Thanks, Travis, so much. So, hopefully Koby can get better, continue to heal every day, get his rest like he needs to, and get back and be ready for the season because this season is about to be epic at Kentucky. And I'm glad because they're being disrespected too as well. And I know that these guys see it. They're talking about it. They're seeing the material. They're seeing the material, and they know that the assignment is tune out what they're saying out there, use that for fuel, and then let's just go play basketball or let's just go play football. And I think that's why that's so effective. And I think that's why both football and basketball should be pretty good this year. Absolutely. So and the women too as well. All these sports should be good. I think everybody's moving in the right direction. And that's why I think everything is going to work out just fine for those guys. So, hey, basketball is still a little bit away. Football is right here in the house. We're ready for it. Get better. Thank you for the information for that. Travis, thank you for the information as well, too. I appreciate it. And I think, let me see right here. So everybody knows that our running back is actually out in baseball, track, and volleyball. Everybody, UK sports. Let's just have a great 2024-25 year for sure for all sports this year. Let's just go get it done. Pope praying for him in the catechism. Okay, he's praying for his has been the problem, but they say he will be. Okay, so I'm definitely going to go back and read on that. Thank you guys so much. I don't think I saw that. Maybe I read it with my eyes all messed up or whatever. So I'm gonna go back and reread that again just to see if I missed the ankle issue. But thank you guys so much for that. That's what makes this show so good, man. And I don't want to be one of those guys how are central for girl basketball out wide ankle. She real good. like the women's team, I think they got like two key pieces who actually got hurt, and so they're going to be out. I think one of them will be out all year long. I'm not really sure for sure, um, but I think he's recruited. I think Coach Brooks has recruited good, and I think we're going to have enough talent, even on the bench, that's going to come off. This next woman up. I don't want to say next man. Next woman up. Next her. Next she up. And I really think that everyone is going to be really really good as well too. Um, we had 13 Olympic medals from Kentucky. 11 was gold. Yep, I actually looked that up, man. And actually, not to parade on your show, Jimmy, but I think Stanford was the best college. They produced was it Stanford? I think Stanford uh, produced the most medals of any college team. They put the most athletes came from Stanford this year in the Olympics. Because I was curious about, where's Kentucky at, and where does Kentucky stand as far as, we know we got a lot of athletes in the Olympics. So that's college. Louisville only has two sports, but I think Stanford had the most medals out of any college in America. I think it was Stanford who actually got it. The girls on the money makers. So Kentucky would destroy Vanderbilt in basketball. That's we're gonna make it happen this year for sure. But with Vandy getting it, this is from Matt Short. With Vandy getting some transfers in, some solid transfers in basketball. This is men. I'm talking about men. I think it's gonna be a really good game. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes as well too. And football, baseball, track, everything. But debate team, I know, right? The debate team, Vandy might take us in there. Vandy might have a little bit to say to it as well too. I am still I'm predicting a 10-point win over Duke. JJ, hey Big Mike, I showed up. I am still predicting a 10-point win over Duke. Mark Pope and UK's defining moment this season. It's gonna come early. We beat Duke by 10 points. We putting a lot of people on notice, for real. We still kick Louisville's butt in both sports year after year. Make it happen. Yep. I like the comments, guys. Don't forget volleyball. And volleyball. Yep, volleyball rocks too. We got one heck of a volleyball team too. Next woman up, next ball. Football question. Is Southern Miss a decent team? Do we have anything to worry about? I want to say, hey, Peanut, welcome to the show. Stanford had most gold medals. Okay. Well, I know it was Stanford or somebody who had the most medals, but I think, yeah, Stanford did bring home the most gold medals. I think I saw that too as well. We beat top 15 by Thanksgiving. I'm okay with that. For the football question, do we have anything to worry about? It's Southern Miss, and for me, I'm always a person that I will say this when I talk about a football team, because I haven't really looked up anything on Southern Miss, to be honest with you. But I'll say this though: SEC, Kentucky, we shouldn't have a problem with Southern Miss. We working out the kinks, but we shouldn't have a problem with Southern Miss. And we got a problem with Southern Miss. Going into playing South Carolina, it will not give you that warm and fuzzy feeling, because the way we play against Southern Miss, that's just gonna hype up South Carolina that much more. Oh, did y'all see how Kentucky barely beats Southern Miss? Oh, did you guys see how it took Kentucky 4 quarters to be able to put them away? Man, we got this. Into Kroger Field, and we're gonna beat them. That's the kind of things we don't need. So I'm not worried about Miss. I'm not worried about Southern Miss. Southern Miss should be worried about us, because we're Kentucky and we're freaking in the house, baby. So let's go. So let's get it done. It's supposed to be good pick to win that conference. But even at that's good information. Nobody. If Southern Miss is supposed to be really good and pick to win that conference, they're not in the SEC and they're not Kentucky. But we still got to respect them. Just like Georgia will come to Kentucky or anywhere else, and just like Georgia comes and they will respect their opponents, Kentucky still must respect their opponents. All I'm saying is, if we let Southern Miss stay in the ball game, and it takes everything we got to the end of the ball game, and we're not able to get young guys in to get them some reps or whatever, I think that's a shame. And I think we should just go in there. And for me, I think by the end of the third quarter, the game should be so far to reach. Come on out, starters. Let's put some of these young guys in. Let's give them some playing time. Yep. Most in college history. There are going to be a lot of teams that will have trouble with Kentucky with the new Mark Pope like to play and the way they would spread the floor. Teams, and I'm looking forward to that. And we're coming. We're coming to an arena near you, and that's good right there. Kentucky had 11 medals. I think it was a little bit more than 11 medals. I think it was, wasn't it? Um, yeah. So the football team, our issue right now, that what we seem to be running into right now is UK is running back the dilemma. Right now we got Demo Sumo, Wilcox, and freshman Paterson, and wild card backup quarterback Gavin Wimsatt. I got a question. And what situation do you think we actually? Well, I'm pretty sure they'll draw up some plays for Gavin, maybe running the ball because the guy can run the ball. Even as a quarterback, he can run. But do you? Ooh, I see that. Kentucky starts SEC play 2-0. Ugh, that means we beat South Carolina and Georgia because Georgia's our first SEC game this year. They're our second SEC game this year. Ugh. Okay. Hey, like I said, we come here to dream, guys. Brock Vanderbilt, 300 yards, 5 touchdown pass against Southern Miss. Uh, let's do it then. Hey, Matt Short, if Brock wants to have a year that he can come out and start feeling confident about who he is as a quarterback, those are the kind of numbers that would definitely do it. If he comes out and has 300 yards and 5 touchdown passes against Southern Miss, then you go into that South Carolina game. Ohio, no joke neither. Um, Kentucky, 12 gold. Kentucky, everybody keeps going back and forth for real. The At the end of the day, we got to respect everybody that we play. These teams, the Ohio, the Ohio, the Southern Miss, these games that we are supposed to win these ball games. We're supposed to win these ball games. We are. But you still want to show up and you still want to respect them because at the end of the day, I always say it doesn't matter if you're playing a smaller conference or whoever. At the end of the day, anybody's capable of beating you. And if we go out and just feel like we don't have to be disciplined. A few years ago, we don't have to be disciplined. We don't have exactly EKU almost beat us. We don't have to be disciplined. We can do what we want to do and stuff like that. Then that's when you find yourself at the fourth quarter. Can we get one more score just to put it away? That's not what we want. So I hope and I think the coaching staff will continue to keep our guys humble in the sense of respect your opponent. Go out and play a one heck of a ball game, but never stop respecting your opponent because at any given time things can happen. And because of that, we gotta respect Ohio. We gotta respect Southern Miss. These are not just necessarily pushover games, but Kentucky has to find a way to make it a pushover game. You have to show why you in the SEC, and you got to prove that you can, when you play games like this, that you can find a way to dominate. You just do. If you want to be taken serious, you got to find ways. If you want the fan base to stay in with you, and don't just start looking forward to basketball season, you got to win these. You got to win these football games extremely convincing. Otherwise, just the fan base is like, just another year in football at Kentucky. Let's just win 6 games. Let's just get to a ball game and let's get to basketball. So let's just get there. Hey, Fee, thanks for joining in. I see you. Thank you so much. I see Brock will be first 3K passing yard quarterback. Ooh, that's that's a bold statement there. Nobody. I guess it could be a good thing if Southern Miss played us close. Teams would really focus on. Team would really. I hope we're not looking past Southern Miss, ready for South Carolina. I hope we're not looking at Southern Miss and looking towards South Carolina. Play the game that's at hand. Respect every game except Vandy. Uh, prepare for every game like it's going to be a dogfight. Prepare for it every single ball game. The thing about it though is, I really think that our receivers had something to prove this year. I think they came off. I think they're coming off a a sophomore slump year, and I think as juniors, I think they have, as they said on the radio, um, they have lifted better. They have practiced harder. They have gotten it. That little clock or whatever the little ding is went off in their head. It says if we want to do this professionally, we can't have the kind of year that we had last year. The question is, will Brock be able to get these guys the ball? And if he gets them the ball, can they catch it and can they get upfield? Let me run back positions. Right now, it looks like I just threw that up. Right now, it looks like we got three. We got three running backs. I'll put that back up right here for you, Kevin. Let me put this back up right here. So right now we got Demi, Sumo, Wilcox, and a freshman Paterson, which they said is really, really good, and a wild card backup quarterback, Gavin Wimsatt, that can actually be used as a running back, maybe occasionally if needed to. So that's what we're looking at for at least for the first 2 weeks. Um, going into the Georgia game or whatever, I'm not really sure, if he'll be back or not, but definitely looking forward to seeing this guy get out on the field. These guys get out on the field, and next man up. I mean, this is your opportunity. A door has been open. A door has been open. You want to be RB1 for a couple of weeks? Show us why you should remain RB1 for a couple of weeks until the guy comes back. That's for sure. South Carolina, week 2, Shea Beamer is a clown, and losing to them is Stoops, I think. Yeah, you cannot overlook any of these teams, man. And even though I sat here before you guys tonight as a Kentucky fan and say to you that we should just go and we should demolish Southern Miss, I still say this: respect them. Don't go in and just act like these guys are not going to show up. These guys got something to prove too. This is not. I mean, yeah, they're gonna get a good paycheck for coming here playing Kentucky, but at the end of the day, like these guys are trying to make a bowl game. These guys are trying to have a solid year too. So they're not gonna come out and just lay down just because they are playing an SEC opponent. They're gonna come out and they're gonna be ready to play. It's key. Got to get the ball to Key. Key and Brown is definitely, I get it. Thanks nobody. I get that. But I think Brown is very instrumental to catching the ball. And then, just the whole wide receiver room as a whole, things have just got to be things have got to be sharp. Things got to be ready. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to see Kentucky football freaking explode on the scene and make some noise in the SEC this year, because it's freaking about time that's exactly what we do, is show up and make some noise, because I'm getting tired of having these mediocre years. We got to go out. We got to play some football, and I hope we can go out and get a true road win over Ole Miss, and that's the game that I'm hoping that we get it. So let's do it. So Dane Key is the key to Kentucky season. I mean, he's got to have a big year. He can't have the year that he had Matt Short. He's definitely got to show up this year, and he's definitely got to do a whole lot better than what he did last year. And I don't think I'm calling him or Brown out when I say that they got to have a better year than last year. I think they know that. I don't have to tell them, but they definitely got to go out this year and definitely got to go and have a better year. That's for sure. If we lose any of these early must-win games, then Stoops should fake sick and stay at home for the rest of the year. He should have COVID for he should have COVID for 9 weeks. Is it possible that Georgia self-destructs with locker room issues? I don't know. I vaguely heard things about what's going on with Georgia. I think it's a lot going on with Kentucky, and I already do a hard job with keeping up with that. So, but after all, Georgia's had some off-field issues. You know what I'm saying? The last couple of years, but when they get on the football field, everything else in that locker room, we'll deal with that when we're done. When we step out when we walk through that tunnel, call them out. So call them out. When Georgia steps on the field, everything in that locker room, any issues they have, we'll deal with it when we get back because they go on the field and they show like they don't have any issues anywhere in their life. That's how they play football, and I think that's how it should be for any sports team, anybody. When you leave that locker room, you leave it all in there, and you bring your A game to the field, to the court, to the volleyball, to wherever you're going at, to the diamond, and you go out and you play football. Kirby not running a tight ship as usual. We'll see. Maybe. I mean, you win. You win two 90s. You win two national championships back to back. Maybe that drive is not as maybe it's not as deep as it was. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you get that first monkey off your back and you win one, and then you turn around and then you win another one, right? Right after of it, and you're right in the mix for a three-peat. Maybe you lose a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he loses a lot of it when we play Kentucky when they play Kentucky. That would be good too. Go out another five star steps. Yeah. So we definitely gonna see how that goes as well too. Don't forget, guys, if you're here, if it's your first time watching, don't be afraid to comment. Don't please let me know where you're watching from. Please let me know it's your first time watching. And also, it would mean the world to me if you take the time out to click the like button. If you're only watching on YouTube, I hope that you will consider going over to YouTube and hitting that subscribe button. That would mean a lot to me as well too. Thank you in advance for all of that. Football season is coming up. Poker Field will be rocking when Georgia comes to town. That is for sure. You can bank on it. Another thing can happen early on. And I hope our offensive coordinator is here next year too. I hope we get 2 years out of him for real. Let's see. Hurl says, watching from Louisville, moving back to Lexington on Saturday. Well, enjoy Lexington for me there, King Critical. Thank you so much. Will Levis' first year. Let's see what he say. Will Levis' first year was great. His second year was lackluster. Devin Leary was a disappointment. I hope Vandergriff makes both those guys look like Vandy's second and third string guys. Just say it. So I think the second year for Will. Didn't Will get hurt in his second year? And I think that kind of held him up a little bit from being who he was in year one. But overall, man, we just got to go out here and just get ready for football and just really get ready. I mean, I think mindsets, at first, because so much was going on with basketball, everybody was really, really fired up about basketball. But we're right on the brink of starting football season. And I think this is the time when everybody's really starting to get excited. People really want to know more about what's going on with the football team. Are we going to be good? Are we going to win? Are we going to go in and win an upset game? Which I'm going to say, which game is our best chance at an upset? Georgia, Tennessee, Miss. I'm going to say Ole Miss. I'm gonna Peanut. I'll be there for Georgia. I'm going to say our best chance will be Ole Miss. But I'm a little bit wanting to say Tennessee because they got a freshman quarterback. Hopefully we can go in and maybe get him. Maybe we can get him rattled and get him off his ball game with our D line and just see what happens. Can we dream just for a second? What would it look like if we beat Ole Miss and Tennessee on the road? Do you still build a statue for Coach Stoops out front? If we can do that, Vandy's second string is a walk-on. I can't wait to play Vandy, man. I don't know why I said that, but I just can't wait to play Vandy. I love basketball more than football, but I'm itching for football right now. I think so too. I think everyone's just ready for for this dry season to be over with. People's ready to. Because once football kicks off, it's sports on up through baseball season. So every week, sports will be here. Mississippi, Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, that order. Is that from Peanut? Which games will be our best chance? Mississippi, Texas, Tennessee, Georgia. Out of these, hit me up. Nobody. We can come tailgate with you. Do you guys agree with that? In the order of our hard games, do you guys? I say Mississippi State, Texas, Tennessee, and Georgia. Nobody. I would actually put Tennessee before Texas, and of course Georgia stays last, of course. But I would mix up Texas and Tennessee for sure. Um, let's see. Matter of fact, let's see if I can actually put that up. Let me see if I can put that up right fast. Do you guys agree with this as far as being the hardest, being the easiest to the hardest? Would you guys change anything up? I would switch Tennessee with Texas only because Tennessee has a young quarterback in Nico, and that right there because Texas got the returning quarterback. So I would say Texas and then Georgia. That's what I would say. If Vandy has any good players, they'll transfer to Kentucky next year. That'd be funny. So I would definitely mix those two up as being Texas is harder than Tennessee. Oh yeah, I think so too. And I would definitely put Tennessee before Texas. Then as Mississippi, Ole Miss, I'm definitely leaving them first. I will, and I may be crazy because they got they're predicting that Mississippi, the Ole Miss may be in the playoffs this year. That's how good they're supposed to be. But if I really had to rank them, I think I'm gonna go Ole Miss, Tennessee, Texas, and then Georgia. That's how I would do it. Tennessee and Oklahoma about to get SEC shock. So Texas and Oklahoma is Chokahoma. I got you. Okay, these guys they choke a lot. Next year we play Oklahoma. Hopefully we at home against those guys too. We should be at home against them. But I'm definitely putting Mississippi, Tennessee over Texas for being ranked for the hardest. From the easiest to hardest. That's for sure. Yeah, that is definitely going to happen, man. Man, this has been a good show, man. Thank you guys so much. I think everyone's really, really ready, man, to just get football. Texas lost their main running back for a season already. Hey, let's do it then. We'll be running a similar offense as Tennessee, and this quarterback being a freshman, I really think we shot them this year. Yeah, but I do too, and that's why I'm not counting out the this is for Hurl. I'm not counting out the possibilities of beating Tennessee. That's for sure. Even though we got to go there and play at night, I still think we got a chance. They got a young quarterback, and I really think that we got a chance to beat those guys if we show up. All I say is this: leave that rock alone and do not paint it blue like we did. Don't paint the rock blue this year because we painted the rock blue 2 years ago, and we paid for that dearly. They beat the brakes off of us down there for sure. If 𝐂𝐤𝐿𝐐𝐂𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐿 said anything, it's call me football and basketball. It's going to be awesome. Go Big Blue. You know that's right. Just call me, okay? Yep, Boogie. They got another 4-star running back behind him. Texas won't be losing sleep over. Yeah, Texas is another one of those schools where they recruit heavy, and those guys they recruit good players. So one guy down, they truly do bring the next guy up, and it's not a lot of they're not gonna lose a lot of sleep over it per se. Now us, we got okay, this is who we got. This is who we got. But once again, as I always would say, when somebody gets hurt, somebody goes down, that's a blessing in disguise for the guy behind them. That could be a blessing in disguise for the program in itself, just to see, okay, man, this guy's better than we thought he was. Now that it's his, and now that he's not necessarily looking over his shoulder, the guy goes out and plays free, and look what he do. So we definitely got to go out and see how our running backs actually can cope. Kentucky should beat Florida and Auburn. Peyton Thorne is no good, and we have Florida's number. It feels good to say we got Florida's number, doesn't it? It feels good. Considering they had our number for so many years, it just feels Nico too small. Let Deion get a hit on him, see what happens. I think so too. Like I said, if you can rattle Tennessee's quarterback, their young quarterback, I think Kentucky has a chance. I really, really, really think that Kentucky has a chance to go to Tennessee. And I'm a big believer is you don't have to go to Tennessee and blow them out. Just keep the game extremely close to give yourself a chance. So when the game comes down at the end, of the ball game, you can definitely give yourself a chance to actually win the ball game. But if you get blown out, then that would pretty much shut you out right there at the ball. No one beats us 32 years in a row. Absolutely, we can say that We can say that for sure. No one beats us 32 years in a row. So hopefully we can return the favor now. Hopefully we can keep up the streak against Florida, and we can keep doing that as well too. Uh, Peanut says one of those highly ranked teams won't be good, but we're probably underestimating somebody too. Maybe Florida or Auburn. For me, I think maybe we're maybe underestimating Auburn. I don't keep up with Auburn. I don't really know what they got, but for some reason it's Auburn, and they always find a way to be decent or good per se. So for me, and because we don't play Auburn enough, for me it would have to be like okay, that's one of those games where Auburn might actually come to Kentucky and actually might get us. I hope not. I'm hoping that we beat them. I mean, it's going to be good. The crowd is going to be into the ball game. They have Auburn in the house that day, so hopefully the guys can come out hyped, ready to go. I mean, look, this is going to be a gauntlet of a schedule. It is. There's nothing that nobody can do about it except go out. Auburn doesn't have much. Peyton Thorne is the worst quarterback in SEC, and that top wide receiver is a freshman. We should beat Auburn. But then again, we still want to respect them, though. And I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's the biggest thing that I want to take away from this is no matter who we playing, we want to respect them. No matter if they look like on paper, oh, they're not good, they're not going to do anything. I still want to respect everybody that we actually play because any given Saturday, any team can actually show up and they can actually win a ball game. I just want to protect. I just want to protect our home field at Kroger's, and if we can go is it? Let me ask you guys: is it unreasonable? Well, no. Let me stop. That would be a dumb question because we got Georgia at home this year. So I was about to ask, just thinking about the schedule in my head at home. I was about to ask, can we go undefeated at home this year? And then I forgot that we actually played Georgia at home. So I don't know. We sucked at home lately. Not sure why. Maybe too much partying. Well, they need to cut off Grove Street party then, I guess, then, because that just gets people going, in my opinion. But we'll see. Definitely got to, hopefully, we win as many games. If we can only lose that one game to Georgia at home and win the rest of the games, I'll be satisfied with that. But we definitely got to go on the road and definitely got to get at least one crucial road win. Stop partying after the 2021 incident. That might not be a bad idea. For sure, beat Georgia. I hope we, man, dude, that would that would be enormous if we had a chance to if we beat Georgia, man, dude, for real. We beat Georgia, that'll probably mess up Georgia's chances. Well, now Georgia can still go to the playoffs even with that loss because I don't think they're gonna lose very many games this year. But to beat Georgia, that's Vince Marrow. That's how you get respect. You beat Georgia, people's eyes gonna be like, Kentucky knocked off Georgia. Crazier things have happened, and I think it's possible that we can actually get that done, and that's for sure. Someone sending me a text. Hold on, guys. Let me see if this is something that I can use for the show. I'm looking forward to such a good year, though, man. I am. Let me throw this out right here. See what this is. Come over here. See the image. Let me see what this is right here. Oh yeah, SEC, right? Football. Where's Kentucky? UK is down here. Southern Miss. Thanks, Harold. I got your picture. Thank you so much. Paul Spicer, thank you for joining in. Thank you. I'll see you. Thank you so much. If we start 3-0, win over Georgia, we'll be top 5. So why not? I mean, beating South Carolina makes you is gonna catapult you to is going to catapult you in the top 5 right off the bat. Why not? Let's just go do it. Clyde Gaddis. Hey, Clyde, I like your show, but you know what fan I am. Clyde, can you remind me what fan you are? My apologies for that. I got another Clyde that watches the show. So, but thanks for the words, and actually thank you for liking it. I hope you subscribe, and I hope that you hit this like button for this video too as well. That would mean a lot to me as well. Hey guys, also don't forget, guys, if you have a minute, maybe 10 minutes after the show, if you could just go watch the replay here on YouTube and hit the like button, subscribe, it means a lot to me. I mean, it makes me a little emotional. They already say that I'm an emotional brother, so that really does a lot to me. If you guys can do that, thanks, Earl, for that schedule. I appreciate it. Okay, early season rankings are wild. If you beat number one, you get automatic respect. Miss Merrill's upset because we didn't get no respect. Beat Georgia, you get respect. Matter of fact, beat South Carolina, and you on your way to getting respect. But definitely lose to South Carolina, you get no respect. Then look, lose to South Carolina and beat Georgia. What a lopsided year already. Yes, top five, maybe three. Ooh, man. We go all the way from unranked to to top five, number three, if you do it. So at least you're not a Tar Heel. That's good. Oh, oh yeah, Duke. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Well, hey, welcome to the show, Duke. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate the love and stuff like that. We definitely look forward to having you join us after we destroy Duke this year. Let's just call it what it is by 10. Let's just call it. I'm gonna call it out. Clyde was like, "Well, I did like your show, but after that disrespect, I'm out of here, buddy." Today, okay, sorry. Matt Jordan says he is hearing the inside scoop that Jasper is having a change of heart. He didn't. He didn't say Jasper, but he said a Kentucky kid that everybody said were out of the race, but not now. So I guess we'll see how that goes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not gonna lose Duke is and win by 11. Okay, hey, you know what? I'm gonna up you one, Jimmy. I'm gonna say 12. Beat Georgia, Tennessee, Ole Miss, and lose to Louisville. So, ooh, would that be except, man? We going to score y'all just like. Don't say that, dude. So we don't want to go back and relive that again. I won't believe we're getting Jasmine to Travis Brown said something. He's I heard he's a good guy at predicting, that's for sure. But like I said, I mean, you got a Kentucky kid here. 10 would be up by 10 at halftime. That'd be good too. I was right about Brea. He predicted him coming here when we weren't even on the radar. He got some. I mean, well, the guy does got some pretty good insiders. You know what I'm saying? He Matt Jones know a couple. He knows a couple of people that knows a couple of people. So we'll definitely see what happens for sure with that. But if we end up getting Jasper, if he end up has a change of heart and wants to come to Kentucky, um, come on home, young fella. Stay at home. No problem. Stay at home. But it's about the team, though. It's about the name on the jersey, and it's about hanging banners. And I know the NIL is taking over college sports right now, but at the end of the day, it's still Kentucky, and we still play basketball to hang banners. So if you see that in your future, and if you think that's something that you want to be a part of, hit me up for real. Who's going to go on? We'll see. Something will happen. Believe me, something will happen that will make things happen with Cooper. I mean, like I said, Cooper can get his. We just got to be able to make sure nobody else goes off on us too as well too. But we'll make something happen. That's going to be so much fun. High school Pacific. You can if we beat Duke, Louisville, and Arkansas, then Pope automatically gets an extended contract. That's That'll be yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. You went out 3 of those games, and you said you wanted the contract to 2050. Man, matter of fact, you just get a lifetime contract. I don't think we're ready for the lifetime contract conversations just yet. Uh, let's see. What I don't understand, we're the number one brand. We're the number one brand, and they act like we don't have the NIL funds. This I don't get. I think Pope is. I think he's being very cautious with how he's going to spend the money. If he really felt like to me, I really felt like because look, it's obvious Jasper wants to get paid. He does. Like, and it's no knock on him. All these kids that want to get paid, I get it. But I feel like if Pope felt like that he was worth every single dollar that he's asking for, then I think Pope would find that money if we don't already have it. Just for some fact that Pope don't want to give him the money that he's requesting, says to me is like, you good, but you're not worth $2 million or whatever. Same way he did with Great Osborne. Like I'm not giving you $2 million. It's just not gonna happen. So Pope's being smart about it, and he understands. He has Coach Fox that's helping him with that as well too. So I have belief that those guys are going to do what's best for the Kentucky team, and because of that, that's why we're going to be okay. We are the top of the NIL. We will have the money. Hope we have the money. I hope we do. You know what I'm saying? I hope Mitch Barnhart is making sure that everything is in place to get that done. I tell you what, if the money is not all that great right now for NIL, go to the Elite Eight and see where the money comes from. See if that money doesn't come in. You know what I'm saying? See if the money don't roll in. If Coach Pope gets us to the Elite Eight in year one, get the young man. He is very good. Pope knows best. I love how Pope, making his point guard the vocal leader, tells players what they did wrong and what to do. Absolutely. I mean, look, out on the floor. Hey, thanks, Paul, for that. On the floor, saying. I mean, you can look at the. I mean, you can look and you can see what the coach maybe want, but in real fast time, game time, you got to have a point guard out there who can actually be a general. Like he's not calling back, asking people for advice or what he should do. He's making the necessary adjustments in game that he can get it done. And that's why I'm in favor of an older point guard who can come in and run it. So if we got to go in, if we got to go out and get a older point guard next year from the transfer portal to come in and run our team, I have no issues with that because I need somebody out there on the floor that can get things done and that has already seen the best of the best, and they can go out there and they can make those decisions on a dime and not even think twice about it because they've already lived through those experiences. Butler is a clone of Anthony Epps. Anthony Epps was a good player too. Get a lot of Kentucky for all commercials and the benefits. And if he stays home, sorry man, Kentucky's going to lose around 32. I hope not. See, Clyde, I was liking you, man. I was really liking you for sure. ESPN is funding NIL now in SEC and Big Ten. The money's there. The money is there. That's Father. We've been in 5 years. It is. If we go to round of 32, I'll be happy. But I really think the Elite Eight. If we go to the Elite Eight, donors will show up. Believe me, they will show up. I mean, as if they're not already brought in. Go to the Elite Eight up under him with this team that we got this year, and it's going to be good. Chris Butler looks like Chris Paul. Hopefully, he's that good. I hope so. That's a big compliment, Peanut. Absolutely. I don't care what you really think about Chris Paul, but Chris Paul can ball. He really can, and I know he's really on the downslope of his career. But I tell you what, the Chris Paul in his prime was he can ball, man. I think Jasper would lose a lot of money in NIL if he goes elsewhere. In the long run, home talent gets all the local NIL deals as Reed. Money talks, man. And, come stay home, Jasper. I mean, y'all got a coach who never won an NCAA tournament game. You guys Butler would love to hear that. Paul is his idol. Okay. Yeah, they are there. We have the donors and it's home. And, we got to stay home. Got to keep these guys home as much as possible. That's for sure. Can I tell you guys something crazy? Why is Clyde here? Clyde is here because I have different fans from different shows who actually come and watch the show. So he's just a distant family. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And when we beat Duke, I hope he's here again. Don't just show up, just talk about how good Duke is. After we on TPT, yeah. Oh my gosh. So I can't wait to play Duke. That's for sure. I cannot wait to play Duke. The funny thing about doing this right here, this show, is that I've always watched, reporters and stuff do this, or I've always watched players and coaches do this, and I've always told myself, man, I would never want to be on the end of having so many questions to ask because it's just like it's so hard sometimes. And you guys have You guys have like so much. You guys have like so much knowledge of what's going on. Who's talking about Cal? Dan Hurley never won a tournament game before UConn. There you go. I mean, everyone thinks that a coach has to come in and they have to have this extravagant record coming into coming into coaching or coming to a big school and start coaching. People just totally right off the bat just says, "Oh well, he ain't did anything." So what makes you think that he can go do something now? I'm sorry, he did what he could at BYU. He did what he could, but guess what? BYU ain't Kentucky. You can't recruit at BYU like you can at Kentucky. So we'll see how things go. Herbert Devers never a head coach before UNC, and you see what he's doing. You see what these guys who have never been a head coach. You see what they're doing now in their years. So distantly. Human. So I think Coach Pope and the Kentucky Wildcats will prove to be a match made in heaven. I hope so. $8 million for one NCAA tournament win in 5 years. Okay. Hubert Davis never coached. Let's see. Over recipients. I don't know a Duke fan could count that high without taking off their shoes. Just joking, Clyde. So everything we do here isn't all fun. I've been blessed to have a show where I have Vandy Chris that comes in here a lot too as well. Of course, he's a Vandy fan. I have a guy named Grammer. He comes in. He's a Duke fan. I've been blessed to have a show that I don't have. People. I've been blessed to have a show that when people come in here from other teams, they of course they're gonna represent their team and stuff like that. But everybody's been real respectful, and because of that, I can welcome any other fans in here as well too. We all know, that you can't spell Duke without UK, but we all know what the gold standard of college basketball really is, and that's at Kentucky. So we let people talk, but at the end of the day, we know, you know, you know what it is. Patino went 17-17 in his first year. We see how that all turned out. You lied about that. BYU is not Kentucky. White Kentucky is not. You lied about BYU. You lied about that. BYU is not Kentucky. White Kentucky is not Duke. I don't understand that. Maybe you can tell me that, Clyde. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I just look forward to another year. Had a bunch of water boys and made them ball players, and you know what I'm saying. And this is actually, I see. Hope nobody ain't take this too serious. You said it was a family show. That's exactly what it is, Clyde. Absolutely. Patino had a bunch of water boys. Okay, so we got this blue devil. So that's exactly what it is, man. For real. Once again, guys, if you haven't already, like the video for me. That would mean a lot to me. It really would. It goes a long way. If you're new here, if you never subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. That would mean a lot to me as well, too. I think Clyde has a touch of the illiteracy. So we'll see. So Clyde, you are Arkansas. No, Clyde's a Duke fan. So we know how to deal with that, though. Same way we deal with Vandy Chris. We just let Vandy. We let Chris talk, and he just does his thing. I'll say, Clyde, this is also a loyal BBN show. So, absolutely, all you guys are great, man. I appreciate all you guys' support, all you guys' love. Hurl, I saw that you got your new boat, a new John Boy boat. I think that's what you call it. Be a big move if Jasper knew he was coming to Kentucky the whole time. Wanted them teams to think they was getting him. That would be a true Kentucky boy going for sabotage. Absolutely. I can say that for sure, too. When I say Kentucky is not Duke had a harder schedule than Kentucky. That's wrong. You're right about that. BYU is not Kentucky. Way better than BYU. Much love, Clyde. Duke is getting exposed that John Shire can't coach. So, that's Cordis. So you guys got a lot of comments, man. That's one thing when you do shows like this, man. You're gonna have a lot of people with a lot of comments, and you just look at like Stookies, you can't because the close and the fact. So we don't call hookeries. We don't do that. So not on this show. Ooh, Clyde is scared of Kentucky. That's why he's trolling. Uh, no, it's everything on the show is all in fun, man. Everything is all in fun. We come here to have fun, to get away from real life for a few days, for about an hour or so, and we just continue to have a lot of fun. So, hey guys, also nobody's pointed it out to me but Hurl, but I guess whenever I log off, I always say go catch, but I always cut it off at go. So that's not one thing that people will ever get. So I'm gonna try to do this a little different tonight. Thank all you guys for joining. Appreciate it. Once again, if it's your first time joining us, we do thank you so much for joining in with the Loyal BBN Fan Show. Try to put that up. There you go. Oh, now I just took it off. Um, Definitely appreciate all you guys for coming out, joining. You guys have been watching the Loyal BBN Fan Show. Please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments afterwards. And also, if you go back and watch the replay, that would mean a lot for me. And leave a comment. YouTube looked at that and says, thank you so much for the comments. And if you're liking it, YouTube would share the video even more. So I thank you so much for everybody joining in tonight. Until next time, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 Eastern here on the Loyal BBN Fan Show. I will see you guys all next time. Thank you guys. I salute you. I take my hat off to all the support and love that you guys give me. And until next time, go Cats. Oh, what time? The shows are Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 Eastern here, right here. So look forward to seeing all you guys here. Thank you guys as well, too. Peace out and go